Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by a surprise name. Bryony, I was surprised about the matchup being announced, and then I thought, hang on a minute. Where have you come out of the woodwork? What's going on?
Yes, I think everyone thought that, yeah, including me.
Why did you, or what enticed you about maybe the matchup, or was it just the opportunity with Bellator? What was the thought process, or was it just an itch that has to be scratched?
Well, funnily enough, I have really missed fighting a lot more than I realised I would. And I actually agreed to this fight against Denise on a week's notice last year. But I couldn't do it because I was medically suspended from the TKO that I had on Cage Warriors. So I had this amazing opportunity, but I couldn't do it. And I was gutted because it was, my shot on Bellator. And then it came up, well, about 10 weeks ago, I saw that Denise didn't have an opponent for London. So someone said to me, well, why don't you do it? And I said, well, okay. So I asked Bellator and they said yes straight away.
Well, that's cool, awesome. Yeah, that is cool. I didn't realise that you were medically suspended. How dare someone do that? But so it's an interesting match. She's not too bad on the stand-up, but I suppose you've been over at AKA Thailand. You can sit there and go, yeah, I completed that whole kickboxing stuff, whatever, bring it on.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
How was it though? Look, I have to admit, a little bit jealous of your Instagram pictures, just a little bit. What was it like there? What were you doing? Obviously, the training camp, but what was just the whole atmosphere like there?
Oh, it was fantastic. All the gyms, they're so friendly, so helpful, so professional. Training with like world class athletes, world class coaches, and I was very privileged to be training with Leo Gosling and Johnny Walker, and they worked so much with me. It's the best camp I've had.
Yeah, I did see the picture with Johnny Walker. It looked like you put him through the ringer. It looked like you put him through his paces a few times, taught him a few things.
Yeah, I did. I had to take it easy on him, obviously.
Yeah. I was going to say, because it did look just like a cluster of savages. I suppose kind of putting yourself in that environment, it just felt great. I suppose, obviously the thing was, you never kind of left the sport in a sense. You were still training, competing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competitions especially and stuff like that. Yeah. Was it something that you just, it's kind of part of you now anyway, so you were never out the loop, let's say. You never, missed a step. How was it getting back into like fight camp mode though?
I think the moment that they gave me the fight, it was like I was a different person. I think I'd literally been sulking for a year, just miserable, missing. I thought that grappling could replace that competitive buzz of MMA, but it couldn't for me. It was only using half my skill set. Didn't have that same kind of danger aspect, I guess, of MMA. So to be back in and have the opportunity again on a massive show, I felt like my strength doubled overnight, my speed, just my whole persona changed. I've enjoyed every second of it, to be honest. It's been amazing.
Fantastic. Well, I was going to say combat jiu-jitsu. I know they do it on yes. Eddie Bravo, but I'm just saying, Polaris might incorporate it one day, so you could always, stick your name in there, try and have a little go at that.
Oh yeah, I pretty much have a go at everything that comes along. So yeah, I'd be up for that.
And I reckon Bas Rutten would be the king of that if he wanted to bother doing that again. Remember in Pancrase, he would hit with the kind of the bottom of his wrist, so to speak. He'd arch his hand right back and hit you, because you could only slap on Pancrase back then. But Yeah, that would be. I think that's something they might do on unless Eddie Bravo brings over EBI to the UK maybe and does like a showcase on there, bit of combat jiu-jitsu. That might scratch that itch a little bit later on if you still do that stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like it because I quite like sort of ground and pound. So that that fits in quite nicely, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Yeah, exactly. I've got to say I am tempted looking at it myself, but obviously they don't do it in the States for now. Um, so let's talk back to Thailand. Were you training specifically with any training partners? Did you reach out to people who were there? Were you looking at, obviously weight class is a huge thing. Did you get any specific training with people of a certain skill set when you were there? Was it just whoever was there you mixed and matched?
Well, basically, I was training with another fighter, George Canella, who's also on the Bellator card, who trains under Leo.
Mm.
So we were both training with our kind of small little group, specifically working on the techniques that we needed for our fights. And then Leo would take us up to, we went to Tiger, Muay Thai for sparring, we went to AKA for jiu-jitsu, sparring, wrestling, where there were some sort of more people closer to my size there. There were some female fighters there, although not that many, to be honest. It would have been good to have a few more women about.
Yeah.
But there was sort of smaller guys there. So, yeah, I mean, Leo was amazing. He just took us everywhere that we needed to go. He took so much time in studying our opponents and just figuring out exactly what we needed to do. So it was fantastic.
Nice, nice. Obviously, Denise is more known for her striking, but she's got the same submission I had in my stuff, a scarf hold armbar. So
Yes, I know. Yeah.
I've got that as well. So I was like, check, it's rare enough that I've done it. I thought someone else has got that too. It's a really rare one, and odd one to get. Usually it's the Kimura grip that you get with that scarf hold, but she got the armbar. But her striking is probably more her facet, let's say. Is that
Yeah.
something that Leo, like you said, has been studying, maybe tweaking a little bit in your kind of arsenal to maybe bring counters in and ways to negate her more stronger kind of combinations?
Yeah, definitely. That's been a big part of it. Sort of looking at her footwork, looking at her stance, looking at the way that she uses the cage, because
Yeah.
obviously she's done so many fights, you know, in a ring.
Mm.
In a cage, you know, it's different.
Yeah,
Just seeing
very.
how she's adapted to using that and the cage control. So yeah, we've studied that and obviously looked at how I can counter that. I'm a little bit taller, I've got slightly longer reach. I tend to use a lot more kicks.
Mm.
Her boxing's, you know, amazing. I don't want to be you know, getting into a boxing match with her. So yeah, we've looked a lot on that and seeing how we can work that to our advantage.
Nice, nice. Yeah, like I say, she's got the Dutch style kickboxing. So yeah, it's always that kind of boxing is a stronger asset rather than Muay Thai, as we know, is the kind of elbows, knees, and kicks. Is kind of there's a give and take on both of them. So let's look at the time you had off. Obviously, did your body feel good though? Because you weren't putting it through those rigors of. Because it is tough on the body. This sport, it's not. It's not a walk in the park. Did you feel like they actually probably benefited a little? Oh gosh, I think
Sorry.
you've either got a telephone call or you're getting messages. Here we go. It's all right. You're popular.
No, I
Um,
think I'm back.
you're back. We've got you back. It's all good.
Yeah,
So
sorry, something happened.
it's okay. It's not bothered. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's okay. I've had people get phone calls and all sorts.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
it's just one of those things. And I was going to say, did you find then the break helped your body maybe recover a little bit? Because some people have niggles and injuries and fight camps that they kind of push through. You're never 100% when you go into there. Did you find that little break maybe helped you heal those niggles and give a bit of recuperation, so to speak?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I had a period of about 5 years where I just went from one fight to another. It was like quite addictive, really. Actually, I'd go like boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA, just constantly in a fight camp, really. So I never had anything bad. I was never injured, but I did have, like you say, like just a little niggle in my shoulder from time to time, a little niggle in my knee, all gone completely. Yeah, absolutely. I haven't got so much as a pulled muscle, I don't think, in this whole camp. It's like I'm a new person. It's yeah, definitely that time off fight camp and not having to weight cut as well. It
Yeah.
just makes you feel so strong, and I don't know, it just makes you so resilient to everything. Yeah, I've felt the best I ever have.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it does help. Sometimes people don't you've got to look at the positive as well as the negatives. You're like, oh well, I haven't been fighting for so long, it sucks, I hate it. But then again, you've got to just kind of forget that and just look at what the good that's come out of it. You yourself, you maybe seen holes in your games that you've probably didn't really get time to think about, and you think, actually, do you know what, I was sloppy with this, I'll drill that a bit more, but now I've got a bit more time and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, where I wanted to go into grappling, I've spent most of the year really working on wrestling and submissions, because I used to do well with the ground and pound, but I only had one submission win. So I really wanted to tighten up that, get more submissions, figure it out more, get more sort of the jiu-jitsu going. So I've had, pretty much a year of working on that, and I think that's massively improved my game.
So it's Killer B 2.0.
Well, hopefully, yeah.
You're like a Japanese hornet, is what you are. You're not like a British wasp. You're a Japanese hornet, gangster.
Yeah, I'm a proper beast. Yeah.
Look, I'm looking forward to seeing you back in there. Honestly, like I said, when I saw your name, I probably went, "What the heck is get out of town? This is insane." And like I've watched obviously you fighting this in the past in Korea, and it's awesome to see you back in there. And people can watch you on. I don't know. Oh, they split it all over, haven't they? They got Bellator app, Sky Sports, and Channel 5. I won't lie. I don't know which one you're on, ladies and gentlemen. She's on one of the. She's on one of the three. Yeah, you're on one of the three. Just gamble. Just do all three of them, and you won't miss it. That's what I tell everyone for this card. I'm like, look, just do all three. It's really simple. Just you can't miss it if you just follow all three. Just tell the commentators. Yeah. I can believe when he announced it, but it's happening. But look, I can't wait to see you back in there. It's going to be a blast against Denise. But before I let you go, to relax, recover, and get ready, because it's not far till fight time. What is the social media for people to jump on and also be very jealous of your Thailand photographs?
So my Instagram is bryony.killerb, and my Facebook is Bryony Tyrell Killerb in brackets. And I always forget my Twitter. I don't really use it, but it's linked to my Facebook.
You do forget your Twitter. I admit you do, because I use Twitter for posting, and you're never really on it. I won't lie. So yeah,
no, I don't really. No, I don't really know how to use it properly, to be honest.
Yeah.
I need a lesson in it or something.
It's T_Bryony. Right.
Oh, thanks.
And the picture it's an old school picture. I won't lie. It's an old school picture, folks. I think that's a picture from when you probably joined in 2013. But
yeah,
the best which one it is. The best thing about Twitter is it's just a headline. It's like just putting headlines. Twitter is just full of headlines. That's all it is. Okay. It's a combination of love and hate. You get a lot of people just keyboard warriors is the best way to put it. You get a lot of keyboard warriors.
Yeah, that's social media in general, isn't it?
It is. It's just vomiting negativity is what they're doing. They just vomit. They sit there on the sofa, giving it the big I am on the phone. And then they put it down. They think they're all bee's knees. Also, Bryony, sponsors who've helped you out the fight camp.
Yes. So, yes, my sponsors, I've got Mr. Sport, who's helped me with my nutrition. I've got S&J Fitness and Recovery. She's done loads with my sports massage and sort of general aches and pains. I've got booster fight gear. They're providing with all my gloves and my fight gear that I'm wearing, and GMP supplements for like protein and all my supplements.
Nice. And
Yeah.
finally, you mentioned your training partners, etc. But give shout outs to people who've helped you in the fight camp. You know, maybe anyone missed off, or anyone you want to give a shout out to again, anything like that, Leo or whatever.
Oh yeah, I've been really lucky. I've mainly worked with the guys up at Crossface, so Dave Lee and the team up there while I was in the UK. So they helped me loads, and obviously Leo and Johnny while I was out in Thailand, massive help. And Exile, Dan Bourne and Yanis Meeksans have worked loads with me. So I've been very fortunate. I've had so many people helping me out.
Yeah, Dave Lee's awesome. Fantastic human being. Such a great human being. Yeah, I have to say, people, top bloke. Look, have a great fight. Have a great Rise of the Phoenix. No, Rise of the Bee. Yeah, Rise of the Bee will go.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
I can't wait to see it. And ladies and gentlemen, tune in and watch Bryony throw down.